welcome back. My name is Sarah, and today's video we are going to be talking about new travel pieces that I've gotten recently that I'm excited to use. So let's begin. So my first piece is this travel bag, and it is for your shoes. And typically I would just use the individual shoe bags, but this is probably going to be a lot easier. I actually bought this for my daughter, and it makes her traveling with her 8 pairs of shoes so much easier in 2 bags. This one is not the super large version. This is just considered the large, but they did have them in different sizes, different colors. It came off of Amazon. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before. But this one can hold up to 3 pairs of shoes, which works really well for me being able to travel with my staples. So I always have, of course, my airport shoes, which are typically my sneakers that I'm going to wear. And then I'll have my slippers for the hotel and everything. And then that still leaves me room to take 2 more shoes because I'll be wearing one. One's already in here, and then I can take 2 more. So this one has the front compartment where I can put a decent sized pair of shoes. It's not as deep, so this wouldn't be for like your thicker shoes. It'll be for like your thinner shoes to go there. And then inside, you have this mesh compartment, which would be great for my slippers. And then you have the deeper compartment at the bottom for a larger, heavier, chunkier pair of shoes. So I'm going to be testing this out on my upcoming trip. I have 2 trips coming up, one to San Francisco, and that's like in a week or so. So I'll be testing this out and see how I like it. The other thing that's really good about this one is it has this compartment where you can actually slide it on your suitcase. So if you wanted this to be your like additional personal item, you could do that. And then it also has a little pocket where you can add other things maybe related to your shoes. So that's travel item number 1, and I got it in this cream color because I do like cleaner colors when I travel, not so much the colorful girl with the luggage and things like that. So the next thing I got is another cosmetic case. This also came from Amazon, and this actually isn't what I wanted. I really wanted to get the base cosmetic case, but after looking at that, it didn't have as many compartments as I wanted. And then my second choice was, okay, I'm going to get the cow pack. But they did not have the color that I wanted in any of the sizes. And though they do have beautiful colors, because the green is kind of calling me, I wanted to have something just a little more clean. Now, this is actually rose gold, even though I typed in like cream. But it's actually a rose gold. But I still like this better than I would like an actual like a green or a blue or a yellow or something like that. So this one hopefully will hold everything. The bag I use now, I like it, but it's a little too bulky. Hold that thought, I'll show it to you. All right, so here's the bag that I use now. And I like this bag. It's really a men's case, travel case typically. And I like it because it has so many different compartments and I can really fit a lot in it. But it does create a system of me overpacking things. Like I even have extras on top of extras in here. And it is pretty thick, so it takes up a lot of space in my carry-on. And I have the beige carry-on, hard luggage carry-on. So it does take up quite a bit of room. So I'm hoping that this will allow me to, take up less space. This is, if I pull this, you can see the thickness of this is not as thick as the other one. And this one has pretty good compartments as well. So I have my compartment here, and I can keep things separated because there's this mesh lining in the inside. I have a smaller compartment up top, which honestly would probably hold all my makeup things because I'm a minimal girl when it comes to makeup. And then I have another compartment here where I can include some other things. So this one has pretty good sections. It can hang up, as you see, if I wanted it to. So hopefully this is going to do what I need it to do, and I'll be trying this one out as well on my future trip, my upcoming trip. So the next thing that I am always trying to find are bottles, travel bottles. Now, I know sometimes people are just like, hey, just get the travel size of your favorite products, but a lot of my products don't come in travel sizes, so I have to create my own. And quite honestly, sometimes I just like to mix it up. So I am trying this brand called Rise. Now, this is a woman-owned and it's a Black-owned brand, which I was not aware of until after I purchased it and a friend of mine told me. So the company name is Rise. There you go. And I actually got 2 colors. Now, this is where I did get a little colorful. And my thought process behind this was, oh, I'll put skin in one and then I'll put body in the other. But I didn't actually count how many I needed. Okay, I'm trying to get the green ones up for you guys. I didn't count how many I needed, so I just bought 6. So anyway, I have 6 different bottles. They are a little pricey. However, and first time opening them, so I'm excited to see them. If you pay more, things typically work out a lot better. So I just went for it. They have 2 different sizes. So I got the larger size, and these are TSA approved. It is a plastic hard bottle, so that's cool. But they have 2 different sizes. They have this size, which is the 3.4, I believe. Yes, the 3.4, and the other I think is like a 1.7. So I think it's like half the size. But I was just like, even if I don't feel the need to fill them up, which honestly, half of this size would have definitely worked for travel. But I was like, even if I don't fill it all the way up, if it is something that I do need a lot more product of, so let's say, you know, lotions and things like that, where I use a lot of that, I would have the bigger bottles in all the sizes. Now, one thing I already love about it is that it has a huge opening. So a lot of times, and I can show you compared to the ones I have now. So I have these ones, and they're fine. They're okay, but they have their downfalls. But the opening, let's see if I can get them. And these came off of Amazon. The opening for these, this one's a little bit bigger, but when it comes to getting my creams in it, this one you can see is a lot bigger. So it just makes it easier to pour things in without having spillage. And the other thing, these typically when you squeeze, they lose their shape a lot. But of course, this is a hard bottle with a pump. So I like that. At the bottom, you actually, and I'm just noticing this, can push out this little, there's a little piece in the bottom that when you use it, it pushes up to, you know, get your product out. So I think that's cool. These are dishwasher safe. Let me make sure. I feel like I read that they were yes, they are dishwasher safe on the top rack. You can hand wash them, air dry them. Reusable, washable, leak-proof, and airtight, made with recycling materials or recycled materials. TSA compliant, safe for skin and hair, and some of them are pre-labeled. I did not get the pre-labeled bottles just because the products that I need to put in there went beyond what the labels were. And if you were getting like a set, it's like a set of, you can't choose your label. So it's like shampoo, conditioner, some of the basic things, but I don't really travel with shampoo and conditioner. So for me, that wouldn't have been necessarily useful. So I just decided to go with the non-label bottles, and I'll throw my own labels on them. But I am super excited to try them. I'm just still trying to figure out how to use this. Yeah. This is what happens when you're doing things for the first time, right? There you go. I couldn't turn it. There we go. So it actually turns. There we go. There we go. And that's where your pump comes in at, and then you can turn it to lock it. And then of course, it's not pumping anymore. Now, one thing about these, it is great for thicker products, but it does say, or it's leak proof with your thicker products. So let me say that. So it does have a note that if you're putting things like waters in there, like toners that are super liquidy, basically a water consistency, or you're using oils, those are not leak proof for flight. But if you're doing like road travel, train, anything that's not a plane, then the leak proof status still holds. Basically, it seems like what I was reading. So I don't know if it's because like the pressure of having it on a plane or whatnot. Okay, that's how, I was just trying to figure out the easiest way to turn this thing. And it seems like you turn it from the top. And then let me show you this one. I don't know if it's like pressure from the flight. I'm a girl who likes to take risks. So I am going to try it with my oils, but I am going to put them in a bag so that I can, you know, make sure it doesn't leak all over the place. Now, hold on. Is this one broken? Or is it just me? Okay, why do I suck so much at turning this thing? I feel like I'm turning it off. But anyway, I need to... Wait a minute. Let's try another one. Because this one might be a little defective, but we're going to see. Hold on. It could just be me. Open another one. And like I said, these were a little more pricey, so they have to work well. Okay, maybe it's just that one's a little... Okay, so when I turn this one, it seems to work a little bit better. So I'm going to give them a try, like I said, on my upcoming trip. And if they don't work, you can, of course, return them. So I will keep you guys updated on how well these work. I'm still getting used to them. Like I said, I just took them out the bottle. So it looks like you turn here at the top to lock and unlock it. It's just not the most easy for me to do that. And then this is how you open it. So I'll just play around with that. So those are those. And then the last thing I got was a Calpac bag. So I got a new weekender. Now, earlier I said I have my Bays travel, and I also have the Bays weekender, which I thought was going to be the cutest little thing ever. But I'm finding like you can't really put a lot of items in the bag. And I think it's because of how it closes. It's that dome triangle closure. So I don't feel like I can really pack a lot of stuff in there because I feel like I lose space at the top. My laptop doesn't fit in there because of how it closes. And I find it quite heavy. So I wanted to get the Bays, I believe it's called Air, and the Maple. And I was waiting and waiting for it to come back. And apparently they're not restocking that item. So I was like, what? So I went over to Calpac because I've heard a lot of people talk about that. And I was like, this one has kind of that look, but it's just by a different brand. So, and it's not the color I wanted, but I feel like it's probably the same feel. So just taking it out of the bag here. So I feel like I'm definitely going to be able to put more in this one because the closure is different. I did get the large one, and this is actually called, let me see if I can find the style. It's called the Luca Large Duffel. So it is the large one. They do have a smaller one, and I'm glad I didn't get the smaller one because I feel like the small one would be maybe like literally a day trip or that emergency bag you pack if you don't come back home the same day. So this one, soft puffy exterior, zippered from pocket, side shoe compartment. So this does also have a shoe compartment. So my shoe carrier, I need an extra shoe or two, I can put it in here. Luggage trolley sleeve with hidden pocket, removable crossbody strap. Inside it's water resistant lining, so that's good. Multiple pockets. The size is 19 by 9.5 by 15.5. The weight is 2.5 pounds. Capacity is 45.5 liters. So I am excited. It actually comes with a 1-year warranty to the original purchaser against defects in material and workmanship for 1 year from the original date of purchase. So I'm glad I got this one. And it does have the bigger opening here. I did hear good things about Calpac, and this thing opens once you get it open. Like, that is huge. Like, look at that. That's gonna hold a lot of stuff in there. So looking at this, here's the strap they were talking about. It does have tons of pockets in the inside, which is definitely necessary. The little shoe compartment, I always think of it like a little doggy door. I don't know why. But one thing to keep in mind, though, is if you do put a pair of shoes in here, and the way it is in the inside, this is like the shoe part, it's snapped closed, so you unsnap that, and that opens up, so then this part, you can put your shoes in. So with that, now if you put your shoes in here, of course, it's going to take up some room in the inside, but there's just so much room that you could put stuff around that, and it's not touching like your clothes. Another thing is you can stick other items in there, like maybe you want to take your dirty clothes and stick it in there, or like your dirty clothes bag, kind of stick it in the chute. This is a pretty, you know, you can put some things in there, or maybe this is where you put like your wet clothes bag. So a couple of different things can be done with that little compartment. So we're just going to snap it back. And then on the outside, it does have a zippered area here. So you can include things here. And I actually could probably put my laptop in here. I could slide it in here. So this is a good place for my laptop to go. I do like the material because it does look like it's going to be super easy to wipe off. And I believe, yep, this one also has the compartment where you can put it on your straps of your suitcase. So that is there, and that's going to be good because it just makes it easier for you to go through the airport. And then in there, another hidden zipper so you can hide some other little things in there. So super happy about my CalPack. Can't wait to use it. I'm actually going to do a pack with me video, so stay tuned for that as well. And I'll let you know how all of these products work on my trip. So talk to you soon.